Hello everyone and welcome to Voice Video Game Review. My name is Bobby Keough and this is my co-anchor, Ramsay Kamal. This is a show where we're going to be talking about video games all year, from the big Rock Band 3 release to even Call of Duty Black Ops. But that's not important today. Today we're talking about Halo Reach, the fifth game in Bungie's long-standing Halo series, and probably the final one since Bungie has been, now is with Activision, who does Call of Duty as well. Ramsay has played the hell out of this game, so I'm going to be talking to him about it. And has it lived up to the hype? We'll see. Okay, first up, let's talk about the storyline of Halo Reach. Reach offers us a prequel to the Master Chief storylines of Halo 1 through 3 and the ODST story, with you playing as the role of a member of a noble team. These are Spartan warriors, just like Chief, who try to defend Reach from invasion, but ultimately they will fail in their effort. Ramsay, with knowing that the storyline is going to fail and that Reach will be destroyed from previous Halo games, how does this game do in terms of its story? Is it still good?
It's still a great story. In fact, well, I'll be honest, when I first heard about the game a few months ago, like what it was about, like gameplay-wise and everything, I thought it was going to be just another Halo 3, another Halo ODST, and I thought it was going to be the same. But after hearing about it constantly from my friend Casey, after seeing him show me videos about it, I decided the night before I came out to buy it because it's a great, compelling story. It's a great prequel, like even though it does not have Master Chief.
What do you think about Noble Team? Are they a great group of warriors, or is it cliche Space Marines?
I think it's a great group of warriors. They all have a very good personality, like a good personality to you don't want anything bad to happen because each one has a great personality that you can they're very likable.
And what's the deal with your character? I know he's just called Noble 6.
Yeah, and the entire game is referred to as 6. He doesn't really have a name or anything, but he's like the catalyst of the entire team. Like he'll be the difference between completing an objective or failing an objective.
Now, like with Revenge of the Sith in Star Wars, where we knew that the ending was Darth Vader was going to happen, you know Reach is going to fail. You know that the planet's going to be overtaken by the Covenant. How did they do the storyline so that it was still compelling? Like, was there a lot of twists?
There were a lot of twists, actually. Like, for example, in the beginning, it seemed like everything was going to work out. It's like they were on top, they had the plans and everything, they had the upper hand. But in the game, there are a bunch of twists and turns that keep you guessing. Even though you know the ending, you keep thinking that maybe something different will happen, just like Revenge of the Sith. Like, maybe you think he won't become Vader, but ultimately he does.
Of course. And would you say it's the best Halo story so far?
Of all the story, even though it does not have Master Chief in it, I thought that would be a major breaking point. Actually, I enjoyed the story the most out of all the Halo games so far.
Wow. Well, that's just a testament to Bungie's storytelling ability.
They do a good job.
All right, now let's move on to the gameplay of Reach. When a game becomes a franchise, a lot of attention is paid to how it changes throughout its installments. In the first-person shooter genre, a very popular one, things such as graphics, weapons, and equipment are always on the forefront. So Ramsay, how did Reach change in terms of gameplay from Halo 3? Is it the same? Is there a lot of differences?
Well, I'll tell you, the graphics definitely improved. I've even looking at the guns and stuff, the graphics are improved, the weapons are, they went back and improved a lot of the weapons. For example, the pistol in Halo 3 was effective. It might as well have been shooting the Covenant with a BB gun, completely pointless. But they went back in Reach and made it a very good gun. Something people actually use the pistol now more than the assault rifle, and not only
kind of like the Halo 1 pistol, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was actually good. People use that. I did, for example.
Now I heard that they took a page from Call of Duty and put some sprinting in there and some sort of thing called armor abilities. Now, how did those work?
Well, not only sprinting, which is a good addition in my opinion, because I was tired of walking to people and going up and shooting them. Now you have armor lock. Now you can use jetpacks, and you can use active holograms where you can fool the enemy into thinking the hologram's you, and you can just go up behind him and assassinate him.
I imagine it changes the game style so that it's not just one-on-one fighting anymore. You have holograms everywhere. You have guys on jetpacks.
Oh, it's changed tremendously. Even with the armor abilities alone, it's changed the gameplay a lot because you can be fooled by the hologram. The armor lock ability can be used to defend you, in key points. It's not just about shooting and throwing grenades anymore. There's a lot more to it now.
Now, would you say that? What about the DMR? I've heard it's the new best gun in Halo. It changed from the are you sad the battle rifle's gone, or?
A little bit actually. The battle rifle was a 3-burst round used in Halo 3, and I enjoyed using that, especially for games like SWAT where you have to get strictly headshots. DMR is essentially the same thing except it's single shots now.
And the reticule moves, right?
Exactly. I don't mind the gun personally, but I kind of wish the BR was back because I did enjoy that gun more. But as far as using the DMR itself, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I've heard it's the new gun to go to.
Oh, it is.
And in multiplayer. Speaking of multiplayer, let's move on to it. Probably the most important part. The Halo series has been on the forefront of multiplayer gaming for years now, with Halo 3 being the most played game on Xbox Live until Modern Warfare 2 last year beat it out. Halo's multiplayer boasts great fun and interesting game types. Ramsay, is this the best multiplayer experience yet overall?
Of all the Halos, I have to say absolutely. Even It was Halo. Put it this way, Halo Reach got me to go back to Halo. Before I put it down for Call of Duty for a while, and I decided, like after seeing the videos, I would go back to Reach and play. It has improved tremendously. There are a lot more new types of modes you can go play, and in the game, like in Halo 3, you actually had to veto the. You only got one choice, and you could choose whether to veto it or not, and then we pick another choice, and you have to pick that choice. In this game, you can vote based on 3 or 4 choices, and then if nobody likes those choices, they'll give you 3 or 4 more new ones to choose.
I've seen it. Like they'll give you like a SWAT choice, a classic Slayer, and then another one.
Or like capture the flag type thing.
And what's your favorite game type right now? Would you say?
For me, I have to say either Invasion or just straight up Slayer.
And Invasion's new, right?
Yeah, Invasion's a new type. Like
it's Covenants versus Elites.
Yeah, it's Spartans versus.
What's the differences there? Like, what makes the Elites? I heard they made the Elites and the Spartans different in terms of their abilities now.
Oh well, the Spartans are like normal and everything, but the Elites have well, twice the shield is normal, and they have better guns and more abilities, whereas the Spartans only have one ability to choose from, and you have to go and try and capture the objective or defend it or whatnot.
I understand. And if I could say, what about Firefight?
Firefight is absolutely my favorite thing about Reach.
It was an ODST, right? But did they change it a lot? From
Oh yes, they did. They made it so that you can have up to 16 people. They changed the mode so that you can kill just grunts or kill just elite, or jackals. Like they made it so that it's the actual firefight mode has changed a lot since ODST, and that's only a year's worth of time. It's my favorite mode because you just survive wave after wave of wave after enemy. You try and survive as long as you can, much like Nazi zombie mode from World at War or
even Horde mode.
Yeah, Horde mode from Gears of War.
Now, you say that this was a great ending to Bungie's series, would you say? Was this the worthy ending?
Absolutely, because it plays up perfectly to the beginning of Halo 1. It's a really good prequel that leads just right to the before Halo 1, literally right before Halo 1.
And if you had to give it a rating out of 10, what would you say?
Well, got me back into Halo after playing Call of Duty for a while. I'd have to say, like, because it did that and because of all the because of all the new additions like Firefight, like the new game modes, like the armor abilities, I have to say definitely 9. And
any weaknesses, just while we're here?
Well, as much as I like the new guns and additions, a lot of guns are way more overpowered than others, and some are just a lot more weaker than others.
Sort of noob friendly.
Yeah, I have to say pretty much that. And
example, maybe like that. Is it the plasma grenade gun? I've heard.
A plasma grenade gun is a very, very powerful gun. All you have to do is lock in on the enemy, and it'll shoot grenade projectiles at them, whether you're from across the map or 2 feet away.
And it sticks to them, right? So they can't get away from it.
Yeah, and another weakness I noticed, well, 2 of them, one being the assault rifle. It's a lot weaker than Halo 3. You only use it if you're finishing off an enemy. Like, it's very bad if you're more than 10 feet away from it.
And you always start out with it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It kind of stinks.
And the other thing is, leveling up after a certain point, just like Call of Duty, it takes a while. Like, after you reach a certain grade, after like Captain or Corporal or something, it takes a while. You need a lot of XP. You need to put a lot of time into it.
I understand. But you're giving it a 9 out of 10, so I say check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have one more little question for you. Before we go, Rambo, you like Call of Duty and you like Halo. But if you had to pick one series on a desert island, which one would it be right now?
Well, I like the campaign story mode from Halo better, but I like the multiplayer from Call of Duty better. So ultimately, if I was stuck on a desert island with one of them, and I somehow had Xbox Live internet connection somehow, I would have to go with Call of Duty.
So Halo 5, Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
A mixture of both games.
Yeah, a mixture somehow. I don't know how Bungie or Activision would do it, but that'd be great if they
could.
With
Bungie working with Activision now, maybe it can happen.
We can hope, but...
we can only dream. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll be doing more of these throughout the semester. Rock Band 3 is coming out. Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare.
Black Ops.
Black Ops. See, I guess I still have Modern Warfare 2 in my head. So please check back The Voice at www.thesuffolkvoice.net. I'm Bobby Keough. That's Ramsay Kamal, and we'll see you guys next time.